Starting off this countdown, we have the scarf. This is probably the most obvious Easter egg. It was featured in both her recent videos. In I Bet You Think About Me, we see Taylor Swift crashing her ex's wedding. In a scene, Taylor gives the bride a gift, and inside is a red scarf. The same red scarf was featured in the All Too Well short film. In All Too Well, we see Sadie Sink wearing a red scarf and taking it off and placing it on a railing. Towards the end of the video, we see an older version of her ex wearing the red scarf that Sadie left at his sister's house. The lyrics even go as so: I left my scarf there at your sister's house, and you've still got it in your drawer even now. And apparently this is about Jake Gyllenhaal. The scarf she is referring to is the one that she was seen wearing on her outing with Jake and his sister Maggie. Years later, after their breakup, Jake was seen wearing what appears to be Taylor's scarf. There are tons of other Easter eggs from that short film that has led audience to believe that it is indeed about her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. We'll talk about more of these shortly. Coming in at number 9, we have the wedding cake. Some Hawkeye fans have noticed that the cake in I Bet You Think About Me is very symbolic. First off, Taylor has a thing for destroying cakes. She did it in the Blank Space music video and the You Need to Calm Down music video, and again in this one. What you may have missed though is the detail on the cake. The first tier of the cake features the numbers 13 and 26. 13 of course is Taylor Swift's favorite number. 26 is present because the song is track 26 on Red, Taylor's version. Other fans think that on November 26, Taylor will be releasing something else or announcing something on that day. So for now, we just need to wait to see if they're right. Continuing on, the middle tier has the design seen on the ring she wore for the cover of the album Red, Taylor's version. It also features the Love ring design. That was the ring that Taylor apparently wore while writing the original Red album. And the bottom tier has a bunch of birds on it. That might be a nod to the shirt on the 1989 album cover, which also has those birds on it. It's just incredible how much detail and thought she put into this video. Coming in our 8th spot, we have Speak Now. In the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, fans pointed out that the storyline feels like the Speak Now music video that we never got. Speak Now includes lyrics that go as so: I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion. Well, in the music video, Taylor crashes her ex's wedding. Continuing on, she talks about him marrying the wrong girl, and in the music video we see Miles Teller, who plays her ex, second guessing himself. Who else noticed these references? Let me know in the comments below. Coming in at number 7, we have the red gift box. Before the release of the All Too Well and I Bet You Think About Me videos, Taylor posted a reel teasing about it all. One of the things she posted was a pic of a red box with the caption, "It's red season." Well, this red gift box was then seen in both videos. In All Too Well, there's a scene where Sadie is celebrating her 21st birthday. In the back behind her is the very same red gift box. In I Bet You Think About Me, of course, there's that scene where Taylor gives the bride the scarf in the same red gift box. We love the reoccurring themes. It's also fun to look for them in Taylor's videos. Moving on to number 6, we have the kids table. In I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor shows up uninvited to her ex's wedding and decides to sit at the kids table. Well, people have a theory that that whole scene is symbolic. Her sitting at the kids table might allude to the fact that her ex used to treat her like a child. I mean, Taylor dated Jake when he was 29 and she was 20. Maybe that's why he felt this way. Not only that, but in the video she is seen goofing off with the kids. She puts 2 straws in her mouth and acts like a walrus. In another segment, she is drinking a juice box with the Flower Girls. It's a great scene, and if the internet sleuths are right and that was the meaning behind this scene, then damn, Jake! Wow. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the red ring. So I already mentioned how the cake in I Bet You Think About Me featured the logo that was seen on her red ring. The one that she's seen wearing on the album cover for Red, Taylor's version. It's not actually a red ring, it just says red. Kind of confusing. Well, the ring itself makes an appearance in I Bet You Think About Me. While Taylor is seated at the kids' table, she teaches the kids how to show their middle finger. On Taylor's middle finger is the red ring. So could this be a huge FU to Scooter Braun, who owns all her masters? Maybe. Coming in at number 4, we have the Symbolic Lighting. So, and I Bet You Think About Me, there's a scene where Taylor dances with her ex, aka the groom. As she does so, the lighting changes to blue. Why? Well, in the song Red, she sings, and I quote, "Losing him was blue like I've never known." And then when she leaves, the lighting turns gray, because in the same song she sings "Missing him was dark gray all alone." I find it cool how she's referencing other songs in this music video, and shout out to all the fans who are noticing these references. Moving on to number 3, we have his clothes. Here's another Easter egg that makes a nod to another one of her songs. So in All Too Well, at the beginning of the film, we see Dylan O'Brien wearing a plaid shirt. Towards the end, when Sadie is mourning their relationship, we see her in his plaid shirt. Well, in Last Kiss from Speak Now, Swift sings, and I quote, "But now I'll go sit in the floor wearing your clothes." Again, this is another reference to another song in a song. Pretty trippy. Coming in at number 2, we have the two Jakes. Taylor is savage for this one, and I absolutely love it. So in the All Too Well short film, obviously Sadie is meant to be Taylor and Dylan O'Brien is meant to resemble Jake. If you don't think so, then let me just highlight why. First off, Dylan was dressed like Jake with that beanie and his full bushy beard. Not only that, but let's take a look at one of the final scenes. Older Sadie was played by Taylor herself. Well, how about older Dylan? Well, we never really see his face, only the back of him. But if you look at the cast, older Dylan is played by a guy named Jake Lyon. Dude, Taylor literally got a guy named Jake to play Jake. She's my hero now. That's iconic. And in our number 1 spot today, we have the collab with Ed Sheeran. Y'all, Taylor and Ed might be collaborating again, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited. So in Taylor's music video for I Bet You Think About Me, at the end of the video, Taylor takes her 2 fingers and wipes the cake's icing. By doing so, it creates an equal sign in the cake. And what artist do we know that has an equal sign for their album? Ed Sheeran for his Equals album. So fans think that this was Taylor's way of revealing that the two will be working together for that album. Not only that, but Blake Lively, who directed the music video, tweeted out a pic of the cake with the equal sign and used some hearts and a playing card Joker emoji. While Ed Sheeran revealed that he is working on a remix for his song The Joker and the Queen with an American artist. It's gotta be Taylor, guys. It has to be.
In at number 10, a refrigerator light. Taylor's latest music video, I Bet You Think About Me, is full of Easter eggs that connect to the song All Too Well, which is widely believed to be about Jake Gyllenhaal. In the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor and Miles Teller, who is playing her past love interest, are dancing together at his wedding, and he has an out-of-body experience where he's thinking about what the dance would be like if he married Taylor instead of the woman that he's marrying that day. When this flashback sort of moment occurs, we see a bright white light, and then Taylor appears and the two dance together. Some think the cold, harsh light at the wedding could be a reference to the dancing that was done in the All Too Well music video. In All Too Well, Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien dance together at night using the refrigerator light as their backdrop. When you compare that scene to the one of them dancing in I Bet You Think About Me, it seems that in the new video it's referencing the past when they danced in the harsh blue refrigerator light. Of course, linking the two videos together even further. In at number 9, the top hat. In the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor hides behind a top hat, but it's only shown for a moment, so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Until some fans realized it was the same top hat that Taylor wore when she performed her Red song We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together at the 2012 MTV Europe Music Awards. And these songs are rumored to be about the same person, aka Jake Gyllenhaal, so this is yet another thing that links the songs together. In at number 8, red sneakers. In the video for I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor dances with Miles Teller, and it's a moment that he has to think, what if he married Taylor instead of the woman that he just married? The two share an emotional dance, then Taylor goes to walk off. But before she does, she lifts up her huge white wedding dress and reveals that she is wearing red sneakers underneath the dress, not the typical heels that you'd expect. Which clearly means that she is hinting to something bigger. A fan on Twitter suggested this could be a reference to the Red song, Begin Again, when Swift sings, quote, "He didn't like it when I wore high heels." And at number 7, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together reference. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together was the lead single off the album Red, so of course her other songs might hint towards the message in that song. Fans think this was the case in a part of the All Too Well short film. During a montage of the breakup, we see Sadie Sink crying in her bed with her phone close to her, hinting that she just got off the phone or she's crying about a text. Many think this was a reference to a lyric in We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, where Swift sings, quote, "So he calls me up and he's like, I still love you." And I'm like, I mean, this is exhausting, you know? Like, we are never ever getting back together. Like, ever. And at number 6, All Too Well book. At the end of the All Too Well short film, we see Taylor as a grown-up Sadie reading from a book she wrote called All Too Well. The book is blue and immediately catches the eyes of the viewer. And obviously we can insinuate the book would have been based on the experiences that Taylor had in the first part of the video. After the release of the video, fans realized that Taylor teased the book on her TikTok months before. In October, Taylor posted a TikTok about fall, and at one point she writes the lyric quote, "Just between us, did the love affair maim you too?" she wrote in the blue book. Later, it turned out the lyric was from the 10-minute version of All Too Well, and the actual book she was writing in was going to be showcased in the video. Halfway number 5, Invisible String. This one is more like an obvious reference than an Easter egg, but unless you're a well-versed Taylor fan, you might not have noticed. In the music video for the song Willow, there's a gold string-like thing that is seen throughout the video. This string is a nod to the folklore track Invisible String. In that song, she sings about how this invisible string is tying her to a partner, and it weaves through time to show the past and present of the relationship. In the lyrics, she references to the string as quote, "One single thread of gold tied me to you." Essentially, the string is used in the video to tie all the moments together so viewers can experience the love story. And at number 4, Look What You Made Me Do. The music video for Look What You Made Me Do is easily Taylor's most dramatic and filled with the most Easter eggs. The album Reputation constantly references Taylor's past and the moments that became scandals. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Swift explained that Look What You Made Me Do was the first time she ever made a quote crazy video where the Easter eggs are out of control. The most prominent reference in this music video is to snakes. Snakes are all around the video, which references her infamous feud with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Then in one part she dresses up as Katy Perry, her arch nemesis who she had a long feud with. Although some even think this person was an alter ego of Taylor, and the Grammy she is holding is a reference to the Grammy that Red deserved. A gravestone also has the name Neil Schorberg on it, which is a reference to the feud between her and Calvin Harris over his hit song that she co-wrote called This Is What You Came For. She also references another huge scandal with Kanye West when she says quote, "I would really like to be excluded from this narrative." And at number 3, Me. Me with Brendan Urie was the lead single off Taylor's album Lover, and that video was full of Easter eggs for the upcoming album. She even told fans in a Q&A that the video was loaded with them. Easily the biggest Easter egg was the title of the album, Lover. The word was briefly written in the background of one scene, and when the album was released, fans realized the title was there the whole time. Another Easter egg was the title of the next single off the album, You Need to Calm Down. In the very beginning of the video for Me, Taylor and Brendan are fighting, and he tells her quote, "You need to calm down," which of course was the next single off the album. And at number 2, The Man. The Man was the final music video from the album Lover, but there was a huge twist ending that most fans did not expect. The song showcases a man going about his daily life, being rude, and doing whatever he wants while making other people uncomfortable. We follow him till the very end when we see Taylor as a director telling the man that he needs to do better. Once the credits for the video roll, we realize the man in the video was actually Taylor wearing heavy prosthetics. Some fans knew it was Taylor in the beginning of the video, while others had no idea till the very end. Another not so subtle Easter egg in the video is when Taylor's male alter ego pees on a subway wall that has the names of Taylor's first 6 albums written on it. Finally, number 1, Cardigan. In the music video of Cardigan, Taylor showcases a photo of an old man that is actually her grandfather. For this album, Taylor says she focused more on the Easter eggs in the lyrics of the songs rather than in the videos. Swift said, quote, "One thing I did purposely on this album was to put the Easter eggs in the lyrics more than just in the videos. But of course there were still Easter eggs in the videos too." Taylor revealed that near the beginning of the video, there's a picture of a man that turns out to be her grandfather. In the same frame as the photo, we also see a clock with the hands pointed to 1 and 3. This is a reference to the 13th track on Folklore called Epiphany, which was inspired by her grandfather.